Good morning. Welcome to Love from the Farm, daily dose of love and encouragement, positive thinking. We meet here every morning to get charged up and get going into our day. I just finished off a cup of yerba mate. It's an organic tea, or it's actually the plant that an organic tea is made from. It's a member of the holly family. And I switched over several months ago to yerba mate after I couldn't figure out in the mornings. I was feeling a little queasy, having morning sickness kind of, and couldn't figure it out, and just asked my body for hints as to what it was, and started tuning in and listening to myself, and realized that the coffee, it may have been it. And then shortly after, it was confirmed through an article about how American coffee is high in bacteria, and does cause people to have problems with drinking the coffee. So what I'm getting to, the point of today's message, today's content that I'm sharing with you, to use the current verbiage, is that you've got to learn to trust yourself with yourself. And that's a process. So much of it, of what we think of ourselves is based on, again, we talked about in a couple of other messages, that it's based on what other people think of us, not what we truly think of us. And sometimes we don't even know what we think of ourselves. It's so confusing. We're wrapped up in so many layers of identities, that others have placed upon us, that we've placed upon ourselves to please others, and so we get wrapped up and we get lost into who we are. But I want to give you some clues. Meditative practice will do that, but some of the things to look for. It's interesting that a projection. It's a psychological term for, basically filming, your internal movie onto someone else's screen. You're projecting, but it's very true. And we always look at that in the negative term, and that whatever. When I used to do counseling for substance abuse, if you spot it, you got it. That was the term. That whatever it is that you're pointing out that someone else is dealing with is generally something you're dealing with, and that's that. Don't want to make generalizations, but that's a pretty accurate truism. But the opposite is also true, in that in that it can go in the positive aspect as well, in that whatever virtues, whatever things that you admire in other people, as far as character is, those are caricature traits. It's the first day with a new mouth, that you yourself possess. That we seek that which is like us. We seek to get back to that, but too often we don't trust that, because we don't think that we can trust ourselves. And again, much of that is because of people that we placed our trust in rather than ourselves. It's the old adage. It's the thing that really keeps cons afloat, is that the mark of the con becomes so emotionally involved that they refuse to acknowledge the truth even when it presents itself. And so that's the way we are with ourselves. Even though we see these things, we know these are destructive habits and behaviors that we're on, that we're doing, we continue in them because we don't trust ourselves with it, because again, we're conditioned to see the negative. We're conditioned to operate out of this mindset of lack rather than a mindset of abundance. But my purpose today is to come alongside you and hold space for you today. It's my intent that that I allow you the space to explore who you are and to kind of stand with you and hold back with my intent and my energy those invasive thoughts that aren't yours, that would come in and kind of, you know, stand guard for you so that you can explore yourself and explore the dark as well as the light of yourself. Because as much as we hate to acknowledge it, light cannot exist without darkness. There was first darkness, then light. And so that's the purpose of our journey, is to find that darkness within us and bring forth light out of that darkness. So when I'm shutting down the video here shortly, and I'm going to spend the next 15 minutes in meditation and intent, and I'm going to set my intent that I stand with you, stand as witness with you, that I hold space for you so that you can witness not only the depths of who you are, but the heights of who you are as well, so that you can acknowledge truly who you are, and you can begin to trust yourself, because that trusting of yourself is the key to your emotional, your physical, your mental health. I'll begin now. Namaste.